Virginia. Their loved ones, brave first responders who risk their own lives to save others. The best tribute we can pay is to live our lives in a way that redeems the years they could not have. Let's discuss that. Caitlin Collins was standing right off the border and did a local update down the market. She'll also hear that. Good evening to all of you. Anna, watching the Oval Office spray today, and with the reporters there, with female Homeland Security, and there's a person seriously seen it in the end. He, see that he's committed to safety, but then he hears all he just went out long.
I don't even know what to expect from this president when it comes to Puerto Rico and the response to Puerto Rico anymore. I believe everything he has done and said is inappropriate, it was insufficient, it is offensive. And if you and I are offensive, just imagine how you would feel in North Puerto Rico. Or imagine how you would feel if you are the relative, if you lost a loved one, if you are one of the 3,000 families in Puerto Rico who lost someone that day. Let me remind you, we are talking about 3,000 American citizens. Those 3,000 deaths were American citizens, U.S. citizens. So to consider anything that involves a death, 3,000 Americans, an unsung success, it's frankly shameful. It's just indecent. And again, it's not surprising from this president. He began the morning by behaving as if he was cheering on and
all right, let's roll. The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the people that bust them, and everybody else in between. What I believe is a Twisted Tuesday, although, it's hard to keep up with what day it is. But I know it's Feinberg Day. It's Gravel Tuesday. So I apologize for the late delay. I didn't realize it was 10:13. I thought it was like 10:07. So we're ready to roll. Jeff Feinberg will step up in a couple of minutes. Actually, he's gonna join us in a second. As my apologies, as it is a little bit later than I thought it was. Man, we've had a crazy couple of weeks, as you know, and it just keeps on going. Fuck, the craziness doesn't motherfucking stop. Today's the first day that I really got run around and then screwed up. There was like a crane that fell in Manhattan. It screwed me up, man. Knocked me off by like an hour. I had to go back and forth and fucking take a bus. But nevertheless. Now, I don't know what it is. I don't know why hotels do this, man. But this is a big hotel I'm in. There's like there's 12 floors. It's like fucking massive and shit. There's like a shitload of rooms here. It's not empty, the hotel. There's a lot of people here, but like they put people like right beside each other for some reason. Like I got these dudes like standing right across the hall. It's like there's no one in the hall anywhere except like beside me and like around. I don't know why they do this. I have no idea why they would put everyone like fucking right beside each other. Scott Ramsey. What's up, Scott? What do I think about the USC Trojans getting 3.5 at Texas? It's a good question. I haven't jumped in yet to the college games. I'm not going to lie, Scott. My college confidence is fucking shot. It shouldn't be. I mean, I had one bad Sunday or Saturday, but yeah, I look at college football. I'm like, ugh. I love college. I love college football too, but last Saturday was a reminder to me about like college sports and college basketball. I find is more predictable than college football. College football is hard. Fuck, it is. It's not like people want college. Sorry, I kill college and stuff. It's like, yeah, you can kill college, but you can also get killed in college. They're kids, right? Like I said, I find I'll get your guys' thoughts on this, but I find that college basketball you can get a better handle on teams. College football is sort of erratic. Like a team could be great one week and fucking horrible the next. College basketball seems to be more consistent. Now, as far as Texas and USC is concerned, Texas are frauds. Fuck. So listen, I told you guys pretty much that all season long, all off season, I was like, Texas will beat USC in week 3. I kept saying that. Texas will beat USC in week 3. I said that like 22 times this year. Yeah, now that it's here, I don't have any confidence to bet them. They couldn't beat Maryland. I don't know. I don't like USC. I have nothing against USC's program. Like I don't. What the fuck's going on in my fucking hall? Fuck. Like I don't. I don't. I don't have anything against USC. Like I trust me. There's programs I don't like. There's certain teams I don't like. There's universities, there's institutions I don't like. USC is not one of them. Like I've got nothing against the USC football team, and I've got nothing against USC the university. Yet I kind of liked them against Stanford this past week. And listen, Stanford's not Texas. I don't know, man. I hate like not giving you a pick. I get an opinion, but I don't know. I don't trust either of them. I don't trust either of them. We'll get to the game. All right, I see that. What's going on? Who's in the chat? What's up, Scott Ramsey, Tawan, my man Brian Rowe. What's up, bro? Hainsers. I do like Triple G in the fight. I like Triple G better than I like USC. I see Big Man on campus and Bruce Chatter going back and forth, but I don't know if they're joking or they're just busting each other's balls. Hello, Ken. Um, you already bet it. Yeah, I didn't figure you were listening to me anyway, Scott. So I didn't think there was. Oh yeah, he's gonna. I don't know, man. Maybe SBR was right. There was a reason why I was on the fucking NFL panel. I did well in the NFL. I was, we got 3.5 out of 5 points in the super contest. Hold on a second. I wanted to check, see what's going on. All right. It's, what are you guys all bitching about here in the chat? About picks on websites and shit. Settle down, fuck. It's like you guys got to find a new thing to argue about every night. Come on, it's September the 11th. Is there any day that, you know, is there any motherfucking day that we cannot argue? Like I told someone today, it's like, oh, yeah, I changed the world and brought perspective. I was like, yeah, like for a day, and then people would become dicks again. All right, let me send a link over to my boy Feinberg. Man, time just flies by. All right. Big Man said he sent me a DM. I don't see any DMs from Big Man. I see DMs from a lot of other people. Like this guy. I don't know this guy, Brian Patterson on Twitter. If you're out there, Brian, I don't even know what this means. The guy sends me a direct message and says, hey, do you have any picks for tomorrow? Like, I don't, for what? Picks tomorrow for what? It's Wednesday tomorrow. Like, well, I don't know what you mean. You send me, I don't know why you send me a direct message. Isn't that something like this kind of a normal tweet? It's the problem. Like you follow people, you try to be cool and shit, but then you get direct messages like this. Like I've never exchanged a message with this guy ever. Do I have any picks for tomorrow? No, here's the Big Man message. I get a lot of messages here, fucking people that, like I said, are so I don't see the important ones. Yeah, so somebody asked how Cam is doing. I don't know. I kind of feel like a dick. Fuck. I should have fucking called him, actually. I sent him a text. He got back to me. We've gone back and forth a bit. They said his girlfriend's sister is not well, which, you know, kind of sucks. His girlfriend's a very nice chick, a nice girl, and I'm kind of letting things, you know. I don't know. Maybe I'll call him in the morning. I'll see what's going on, how he's doing, or I'll text him after. That's the problem. Like I'm so fucking busy, shit goes on around me and stuff, and you know I'd like to be there more for people and stuff, but it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. Like I wake up, I've got like fucking little 15-minute bits here that I can try to knock emails off and stuff like that. As I stated, things will be a little easier fucking, I don't know, in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. See, that's another thing. What's up, Wally George? No, I got no survivor pick. I'm out. My picks suck. I was voted off the island. Jeff Feinberg joins us. Who, you know what? And my boy Feinberg pretty much had the same type of week one that the Buffalo Bills did. It's ironic they play each other because the two teams, the Buffalo Bills and the LA Chargers, are the same in the sense that the Bills, it's like, oh, fuck, yeah, the Bills are the Bills again. It's like, oh, shit, fuck, you know? And it's like the Chargers, like the Chargers are the same. It's the same old Chargers, you know, all this hype and stuff and fucking lose. Let's bring Jeff Feinberg in right now. And as crazy as it sounds, Jeff, I actually think your loss is worse than ours. Only because we're not hyped to win the fucking conference, or we're not all that hyped. Jeff Feinberg joins us. What's up, Jeff?
Yeah. But I don't know. I could also argue that maybe the Chargers need to be like knocked down a level, and sometimes they play their best once they've been put down a couple pegs, not 4 pegs, because usually you get down too many pegs, we fight hard, can never come back. I'm nervous for Sunday because I know the Bills will play hard. I don't know how good they are, but they'll play fucking hard in front of that crowd.
It's worse for you. It's worse for you too. And like, listen, I wouldn't be fearful. I don't know. I would and I wouldn't, but I know what you mean. That it's like, oh God, like you would have been better off the Bills lost a close one and shit because the Bills were humiliated. They were completely humiliated, and the Bills can argue like amongst themselves at least and say, listen, it snowballed. It got out of hand. It was an embarrassment. If we come out and we win this football game today, we're 1-1, and nobody's talking about what we did at Baltimore last week. They have extra, like you said. It's more of a tougher spot. And if you're the Bills, I don't like it. The Chargers come in pissed off. You know, I'd be a little worried about it as well. This football game, just because the Bills can't be as bad as they showed, Jeff.
No, I don't think they are. But at the same time, Gabe, like the Chargers, they could just stay out of their own way. They'll be fine. And I don't see how like they could lose to the Bills if they just stay out of their own way. I mean, to me, the Charger game was close to that. The guy returns a 90-yard kickoff. We fumble inside our 10 a punt. We drop like 3 touchdowns. Silly coaching decisions that kind of like we did. Like, so, I don't know, man. I don't know. We got to just keep our head up. I'm just thankful it's not college football where you get a few mulligans in this fucking thing. But remember when I said this to you, Gabe? When the schedule came out, I was so fired up about the game. But as it got closer, I was like, I really just wish we could play them week 3 or 4. Because I'm telling you, they ran plays that you can't stop. Like, you can't stop if you never seen them before. Like, I swear to God, they're so well timed. They're so well executed. Mahomes got to play ahead. Like, my only hope, Gabe, is that there's a coach out there on the defensive side of the football who Kansas City plays who can maybe show us something on how to maybe neutralize some of this shit. Because we play a very aggressive form of play calling with Gus Bradley. You know, you saw how he did it in Seattle and in Jackson. It's just aggressive. We'll make big plays, but we'll get burned. And we just weren't ready. They ran a lot of misdirection stuff that, like I said, I was just watching that game like, fuck, like, they're a hard team to beat, and they're even harder without tape on what they got right now because they got more weapons, but they can't – they suck on defense. We move the ball every time. We settled for field goals early, and we dropped touchdowns. Teams are going to play them. That quarterback, like that game was like 38-28. It should have been like 42-42. Like, I'm just saying, like, when they're playing teams that don't shoot themselves in the foot, like that, they're giving up 35 at least. Like, we only got 28. Like, there's no doubt we should have hit like another touchdown in that game. So, they're a good team. They got a lot of weapons, but they're flawed on defense. And Gabe, I don't want to play Buffalo in their home opener. I don't care if Buffalo's the worst team or a great team. It's a hornet's nest. And Coach Lynn, he's got ties to the franchise, and he even said today, we're not just playing the 53 guys on the field. We're playing that entire crowd. He knows it well. He's been on the home side of that hornet's nest for years. He probably feels a little scorned that he got passed for the job. I don't know. From the outside,
he already got his revenge for that last year. He already got that revenge.
Yeah, I don't know, but so I don't know. I'm up.
That compounds it. You got the team that fucking Peterman threw 5 interceptions against, and I'm telling you, I think it's going to be Peterman again, unless I miss something. I took a little nap here, so unless I miss something that they announced the Peterman or like the official starter, I don't know. But in my own opinion, I think they're going to start Nate Peterman again. I think this is Nate Peterman's last shot. This is the one. But the thing is, after that, I think they go to Green Bay or Minnesota. It's one or the other. I know they go to both back-to-back because the schedule maker always hates the Bills.
And we got a big look-ahead game too, Gabe. Like, it's not a big conference.
Who do you guys play next week?
We play the Rams. So it's kind of like this localized thing, and they're so cool, and we're obviously this ugly stepchild that nobody wants. And
Yeah, you've got to worry about Buffalo. You can't be looking ahead at the
Yeah,
Rams.
no, and here's the thing. I know they won't look ahead. I know they won't look ahead, and they're not as bad.
Well, okay,
don't
listen, the Buffalo Bills don't have Tyreek Hill, fuck. So that's number one.
Yeah, no, Gabe.
We don't have
I know. Yeah, but we got to stay focused because we can't look ahead because we'll get punched in the mouth by Buffalo. Buffalo doesn't look like they're talented, but if teams go in there, I don't know. Like, I'm nervous. I'm paranoid because for us, we got way more to lose because you guys are already like we fucking suck. Like, if we lose this game, it's like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah, and you know what the problem
Yeah.
is? Exactly. It's that I know it sounds cliche. We talk about it every year, but 0-2 teams don't make the playoffs that much. It's just a reality. It's a fact. You go back since 2007, only 10%, Jeff, of teams. And I think you guys were the fucking team that did it once, right? Weren't you
Yeah,
all?
we did. We did do it once the year. Yeah, but we did. But I think
0-4.
we won the division.
The Chargers, you guys always put yourself in a hole. Oh fuck, we're 1-3, and then you go in there like you're 2-2. 2-2 would be an accomplishment almost for the Chargers, and then they could light it up. They're so good late all the time. But this was the year. It's supposed to be different. I know it's only 1 week. It's one week, so we're not, it's not absolutes here. But I'm just saying, it's supposed to be it's different. Number one,
It's supposed to be. Yeah, no, that's what's hurtful
for
because
the 9th straight fucking time. It's like the Bills and the Pats. No, this year it's different. It's like
no, and Gabe,
Yeah.
because I mean, you sort of hit the nail on the head, and I'm only going to quote. I don't even like the guy, but he had the tweet of the weekend, as far as I'm concerned, and it was Bill Simmons, and it was so disappointing because it was supposed to be different. Like anyone that was around the Chargers said it was going to be like it just feels different. There's a different vibe going on there, and I don't know where it is. Fuck. Oh, here. Bill Simmons from Sunday. Drop passes, blown coverage, ultimate untimely turnovers, bizarre coaching decisions. The Chargers are back, baby. Other than we just replaced missing field goals with punting issues or punt coverage issues. It's the same fucking shit, man. It felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. It was like the same shit.
It's
God bless Philip
you
Rivers.
You can take your team out of the city, but it's the same team. It's
Yeah.
fucking weird. Like
Yeah,
there's something about this franchise, Jeff. I don't know what it is.
God bless Philip Rivers, Gabe, who's such. I mean, I'm crazy enough to watch all the post game, like just to him at the podium, and he's such a trooper, and he's got such a positive attitude.
I know, but what about the interceptions and stuff? Like,
There was one. He threw 10 interceptions last year, Gabe, which was pretty fucking good. 6 of them were against the Chiefs. He threw one last week. 2 receivers ran the same fucking route. So I don't know. Yeah, there was one turnover. Unfortunately, Mahomes didn't make fucking any. We made one. We made one on the wrong side of the field. He threw for 425.
That's the thing too. Like you said, when Mahomes, and I called it. It was actually, I did well in the NFL, and I called in the sense that I told people Mahomes. I'm as a fantasy quarterback in the league. I said, this guy ain't going 23 for 30. Like, don't expect, look, he was 15 to 27, bro. Right? He was less than 50%, but for fuck's sakes, like 10 of the 15 plays are dangerous as hell. Like, this is the problem with this guy.
You know what, Gabe? And it was just a lot of
completed, but you always get the feeling with Mahomes, like, oh God. It's like it's always a big play away, and we saw the big plays produced. You talk about no, it was a good point by you. You and I brought it up all summer. You give Andy Reid all year long, and he's looking at the Chargers. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to pick this apart. We're going to learn a lot more about this Chief offense going back to back now.
And we're going to learn a lot about Mahomes, Gabe, when he's not spotted 14 points.
Yeah.
That's our fault. That's the Chargers' fucking fault. Like, that's on nobody. Like, they fucking did it. They fucking, boom. It was like 14-3. Like, we couldn't put them behind the 8 ball. We couldn't get out. We couldn't get past the scripted part of the game for the Chiefs in a good enough position. Like, that's just, that was that. He was great, but I'm interested to see how he'll play when he's down by 14 and defenses can spy him. But it was a lot of the same stuff they did with Alex Smith, just at a bit more of a hyper speed. A lot of the same run pass option, Gabe. A lot of the same. It's 3rd and 3, and they can run for the first down with the quarterback. Who will dive head first. He did it a couple times. They'll be a hard team to defend. And like I said, hopefully before the Chargers have to play them again, they have a matchup and a coach can put something on tape that the Chargers, and I don't want to go here, Gabe. I'm certain you won't see Bosa this week, but that's like I'm already paranoid. It's worst case scenario, and I haven't read it's bad. Like it is what it is. People think it's going to be 2, 3, 4 weeks, but I think it's like just because I'm a Charger fan, like I think we misdiagnosed this thing from the fucking beginning, and it's just going to be a real bad situation. That's just the pessimist in me. No one else has that is fear mongering this Bosa injury like I am. I just want to say that's just me negative about how it's going to turn out. That's all.
And the thing, it's not just like what, but we'll move on from the Chargers. It's not just about the Chargers in a sense. They've got their own issues and their own demons to battle. Yet what sucks also was the rest of the division supposed to be weaker than it was. Once again, it's only 1 week, but we sort of came in, the Broncos are okay, but we'll see. And, you and I both said the same thing about both these teams. The Broncos were 7.5 and the Chiefs were 7. I was like, a little low, but, still the Chargers division. Yet it looks like the Chiefs are the Chiefs. They're going to play in a lot of track meets and shootouts. But the scary thing with the Chiefs is Mahomes only get better. So, Mahomes is raw and they're still fucking dangerous. Defensively, they can't get much worse suddenly. So they can only shore things up. And the thing that got me, and I'm sure you were busy watching your own team, but I had more money and I had the Broncos in the Super Contest. So I was watching that game more. I was going back and forth. I was watching that game. The Denver Broncos look pretty good, Jeff. Like the Broncos aren't a joke now. Like it looks like it's going to be a real competition. And no one's giving you guys the division this year between KC and Denver.
Yeah,
Case Keenum makes a big difference for them, just in their confidence and their swagger. Demaryius Thomas cares suddenly again. You can see he's dancing. He hasn't danced in years. Fuck, he was dancing in the end zone and shit. Emmanuel Sanders is praising fucking Keenum about just being a pro and understanding how to pick blitzes and read things. Royce Freeman looks good. The Phillip Lindsay kid lit it up. I'm not saying they're amazing, Denver, but they're in the middle.
But here's the thing. Like you said, they got the quarterback play. They're not going to turn the ball over exponentially more than anyone else in the league. And I think we said it all offseason. Denver is one of those teams that, between their home field advantage and their defense, like they can, if they win a couple road games that people don't think they're going to win, then they're going to hit that number that's going to surprise a lot of people. Because good or bad Broncos, unless they're complete bottom feeders, they always take care of business at home.
Man,
like you said, I didn't see it.
Seattle took a late lead, and Denver needed a touchdown with about 6-7 minutes left, 7 minutes left, 8, whatever, 7.5, 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. And Seattle was like, oh, Seattle takes the lead. Dude, they just went right down the field. Case Keenum just went with confidence. I don't care who you're playing. It was the fact that they just did it. It was like bang, bang. It was like, no. It was like, oh, fuck. They need a field goal or they need 2 field goals and a touchdown. It didn't even take long. It took them like 6 plays. It was like 18-yard pass, 13-yard pass. Like they were picking up chunks through the air, dude, and they were running the ball effectively. It's going to be a battle, this division this year.
Yeah, it seems like it, and I don't know, the Chargers. I don't know, Gabe. I say this all the time, but it really seems so true. Like if you're playing the Chargers, if you just keep your head like forward and you don't shoot yourself in the foot over 4 quarters, like we will fuck it up. But you saw again, there's a lot of things to be excited about. Like even me, I talked him up all offseason. Eckler being like this Woodhead Sproles guy. Like the fact that we're like just dumping, like I'm really like all the receivers. We might have the deepest receiving core in the league. So I don't know, a lot to be excited about. But the fact that it's so demoralizing, one of the most demoralizing losses of the week 1, I think, because it was supposed to be different, but it was the same bullshit that held them down. So I don't know. And now I'm people are telling me not to worry, which makes me worry even more. But I'm nervous as fuck that we're gonna get punched in the mouth in Buffalo and be in real fucking trouble.
Chargers are 7-point favorites. 7-point favorites in this game. Ravens and Bengals on Thursday night football. Strange game. I don't know, man. Like that game.
It's a lot of points, Gabe.
What, 7 points?
Yeah, isn't it?
Are you going,
on the
you're going to
road?
the game? I would assume you're going to the game. USA just scored against Mexico.
You want to know something, Gabe?
I
You want to
assume
know?
you're going to the
You
game,
want the
right?
honest to God's truth? I'm not going to the game.
No, you're not. Wow.
I'll tell you a couple of reasons. I'm going to be out west in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to see the Charger 49er game. I think it's week 4 or 5. I'm coming back. I want to go to the Cleveland game if the Chargers show me they're worthy. But I love going to Buffalo, and I'll go this year, but I don't want to go for a Charger game. The last thing I need, like a hole in the fucking head, is to go to Buffalo week 1. Well, this fucking mafia has been hibernating, and now they're angry. Like, it's a joke. Like, I'll go. I think I might go to the Titan game week 5, Gabe.
See, you're saying you want to go to a Bills game and not be cheering against the Bills.
Yeah, I want to enjoy the tailgate. I want to just be part of it. I don't want to go. I'm not.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I'm nervous. I'm angry.
These guys, you're not just going to go and put a jacket on over and like not cheer, right?
Yeah. It's just not in me. And it's week 1. I'd much rather it be like week 8 where I don't know. Burnt up Bills fan has been waiting 5 months for this. Have to interact with that person. I love that guy, and I love Orchard Park and Ralph Wilson as a lost treasure. And I joke it's like kind of Americana, like what goes on at like nowhere else in professional sports does that exist. What they have there, but I don't want to be. I've done it enough. I think I might have retired from that. I mean it.
I've never
NFL games, no offense, and I grew up, we grew up without being in the city with the team, so you experience the league differently, but the TV experience, going to games just seems like call me a pussy, but I don't know, man. It doesn't seem fun anymore. I'm old, I'm a dad.
NFL games, going to an NFL game is it's such a fucking production that I've compared it to playing a round of golf. It's like, yeah, like I wouldn't mind. You know what I mean? Like if you told me, hey, I play a round of golf, and it's like, yeah, we're right here, let's go, sure. You know what I mean? It's like you play a round of golf. It's like, well, it takes you an hour to get there. Fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to wait 30 minutes, then you got to play for 5 hours, then you got to take the traffic back, then you're sunburned after. It's fucking 10 hours later, round of golf, and you're down $300. And that's why I stopped playing golf before. I was like, man, it takes all day. Fuck, like it's my whole day up. But I used to love it for a while. Like before I was like on the radio, I remember I got golf fever. I was buying golf magazines. I was going golfing every fucking day. And I was like, I can't spend 8 hours, 10 hours fucking golfing every day. It's just too time consuming. And that's the problem with football, NFL football, like you said. And, being from Toronto and et cetera, I know it's like you go to the Bills game and at first it seems so cool. Like, oh, it's so close. It's really not that close. It turns into a whole day thing. Like you said, if you go to a Bills game, you have to go. You have a wife, you have a kid. You could be at home with your daughter watching football, betting and shit. And you go to a Bills game. What time you leave your house? Like 7 a.m., 8 a.m.?
Yeah, I would be paranoid because I don't want to miss.
Yeah, you don't want to get fucking customs at fucking 10 o'clock and I'm late. Like, no, you leave at 6:30, 7 in the morning. If you go on one of those bus tours, the bus always leaves at 7 a.m. from some parking lot. You get back at 8 at night, 9 at night if you're lucky. If you don't get arrested like I did. like it's a little different here. And look, the Giant and Jet Stadium, it's funny. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. But, Jeff, I've been going to the FanDuel Sportsbook. I've been hanging out at the Sportsbook a lot here, and it's next to the Giant Stadium, right? So I've realized it's not that far. So, like, I don't mind going to an NFL game. Like, I went to the Bills-Jets game here in New York last year, and it's not that bad, bro. I'm getting on a train, and I'm fucking in Manhattan 18 minutes later. I can live with that. But this fucking production of going out to Buffalo in the middle of fucking nowhere. I mean, fuck Orchard Park. Fuck. No one wants to go to Orchard Park. The place sucks. Let's just be real. I'm one of the only Bills fans that calls out for what it is. They should move the team. They should. It's not even Buffalo Orchard Park. Put the stadium in Buffalo, for fuck's sakes.
I don't know.
NFL,
If I wasn't,
they're overcharged. They overcharge. Guys, I've been to every sporting event. Like the NFL football is better on TV. It just is. It's better on TV. I'll tell you right now, unless you're an alcoholic big booze bag, the NFL game sucks. Everyone's drunk. There's people fighting. Fucking, it's just a shit show. You get overcharged for everything. And, you know, like I said, I do get drunk, so I don't mind. You know what I mean? Like I go to a game. I know you don't know. You're in the stands. What was the penalty for? I don't know. I didn't see it. Fucking, I got to take a piss. Fuck, I'm smoking a joint. It never ends, Jeff. It's a pain in the ass.
yeah, no, I'm with you. And I don't know if I wasn't going to be at West in a couple weeks, and I think me and Erdman are going to go to the game in Cleveland like week 6 or 7. So I don't know.
I still don't understand your fascination with going to Cleveland.
I don't know. I don't know.
You're right. Location's everything. Like it's not that NFL games suck. I'm a once a year guy. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, they just do such a good job. Like the TV product is so good. The TVs you have now, it's just so good. You just go to a buddy's house, gets 5-6 hours in. I don't know, man.
The best is NBA, dude. It's 2 hours. The stadium's in the city. The arena's in the city. It's bang. I don't know. Like I don't have to drink. I can't go to. Do you drink at every? Do you drink at every football game you go to, Jeff?
Probably, yeah, but I don't drink necessarily at a basketball game because I only like drink to get like drunk. I don't like have a beer with dinner.
So I'm not like where if you tell me, all right, we're going to Buffalo for the Charger game.
Yeah, I'm loaded.
Unless I'm getting shit faced, like it's like there's no way in hell I'm fucking going there. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna sit there in Buffalo eating popcorn, drinking a Sprite for fucking 5 hours with a bunch of nut jobs. It's like you have to get wasted at an NFL game. Like NBA, I just smoke weed. I smoke a spliff outside. I go in, I watch the game, I eat pizza.
Like you said, even the game, 2 hours, 12 minutes, you're out of there. And yeah, the last 5 minutes might drag on, but I don't know. You can stay or leave if you want. I don't know.
Hockey's fucking cool live too, but I find hockey is also a sport that's better to get drunk at a hockey game.
Yeah, I don't know. The at-home experience. I'm already, I don't know.
The viewing experience they've made so good. Look, our boy Brooks says he wouldn't go to an NFL game if you offered him free tickets.
I have a lot.
College games are annoying too. Fuck though. Like I'll be honest with you, I prefer pro than college now. Like I love college sports. I like betting on it and shit, but I have just realized like I hate kids. Like, I don't mind children. I like children, but I don't like college students. Like, I just don't. Like they're dick faces, dude. Like I don't like them. Like it was one of the I've told you the story. One of the biggest letdowns of my life, in a sports context, was going to Ann Arbor for the first time, bro. I didn't know. I was like, I'm a diehard Michigan fan. I got there and I'm like, holy fuck. It's like just 100,000 dick faces. Fuck. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm not one of them, you know?
Yeah.
Even last week at the Sportsbook, there was a bunch of Michigan fans and they were just condescending dick fucking face. Like I actually ended up hanging out with the Notre Dame fans. Like that's what it's come to. I was like, these Notre Dame guys are fucking cooler than these fucking fuck faces that went to Michigan. Like the Michigan fan was like, when did you graduate from fucking Notre Dame? Like, really? Like that's your smack talk back as your football team gets killed. You're going to say to the guy, when did you graduate? It's like, fuck you. You know, like they're annoying. Michigan fans are fucking annoying, man. Like, but every college fan's annoying. I hate them all. Fuck. I'm just going to become a Rutgers fan. All right. So have you taken a look? You got any NFL picks for us? You like anything?
Oh, Gabe, honestly, after that Sunday, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't wanted to I haven't looked yet. I have.
You're making it that hard, like that much in week 1 already. You're like, I'm not even looking.
Yeah. I'll go that far. I'll just say this.
Because I gotta tell you, if the Chargers won, I guarantee you would have probably already looked at the lines on Sunday night. What's up next week?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'd have been thinking of like the 10-point teasers I would have needed to put the Chargers in against Buffalo. Now I don't even want to bet them. I can't have been more impressed, though. I know it's easy to say, and it's sort of like I'm not on any long-term bandwagon, but that win for the Jets, how both have started, and how they just like steamrolled through both of those things. The game, the first play, the pick six, like they're going to get rolled. They have a good first half. Then they go in the locker room. Detroit's lucky to be down just a touchdown. Detroit comes right out of the locker room, marches down in like 4-play scores. You're like, oh, fuck. Like, the Detroit's going to roll them. And then the Jets just fucking whipped them. And I was thinking about, like, Belichick must be at home, like, giggling, watching his buddies, his assistant coaches, because I think it just makes his reputation, like, it just makes you think he did even more out in New England, Gabe. And I guess the only assistant he liked was McDaniels because he hooked him Garoppolo.
Yeah, McDaniels.
Or sorry, not McDaniels, Shanahan, but that wasn't even his guy.
No.
So I don't know.
So, yeah, like the track record, not good. I mean, McDaniels was a disaster. We go down the list. I mean, I know that Matt Patricia is going to be a disaster. So I talked a lot. Listen, I'm in New York, so I talked a lot about the Jets today, and we're surrounded by. But I noticed this in the preseason, and I'm sure you did too, that ESPN, like Baker Mayfield, I thought would have been the ESPN guy, but he doesn't play, right? So, the Browns didn't throw Baker out there. So Sam Darnold got the ESPN treatment right away. Remember, like in the preseason, like he's just sort of the poster child for ESPN. And normally they like a controversial guy. Sam Darnold's not controversial, right? So I was sort of surprised that the national media adopted him as the it kid, but they have. And, look, I mean, after I saw the headlines this morning was basically Sam Darnold's going to win Rookie of the Year. Like he's got a way head start. He's got the way head start of the Rookie of the Year, and he's already proven it best. And I saw articles about why he's so much better than Allen and why he's so much better than fucking everyone else. And it's a little quick because, to be honest, the Jets didn't win last night because of Sam Darnold. The Jets won because their defense beat the shit out of the Lions, and Lion players hate Matt Patricia. And like you talked about, look at Jeff. I saw a football team in the Lions last night that quit on their coach in week 1. I'm telling you, they're like, whatever, fuck. We don't even like this guy. Who the fuck is he? You don't think
he seemed overwhelmed.
All these Pats coaches sucking. He comes in here with his attitude. He yells at everyone. He had fucking rougher practices. Oh, Caldwell did it like this. I'm going to do it twice as tough. Well, whatever. Everyone fucking hates you now on the team, fuck. And everyone hates you. They all miss Caldwell. Stafford looks miserable, fuck, like he's depressed, like he lost his best friend. That's firing Caldwell was just not understanding the room of that fucking team, the owners, to me, man. And then hiring Patricia was the worst. Maybe if you hired a younger brother or something, you could have said, listen, we had to let Jim go, but we got this guy and he's cool. You bring in Matt Patricia, some know-it-all fucking mountain man, fuck. Like, it's not going to end well for the Detroit Lions, bro. They're going to regress fast under this guy.
Too bad. Shame. I don't know. They're like the Chargers and the Bills. Same old shit with,
You know who I like? The Carolina Panthers plus 5.5. What do you see? What are you seeing from the Falcons that they should be laying 6 points the way Matt Ryan's playing football right now?
The public loves this guy. The Vegas books know that there's still if Jay Cutler did what Matt Ryan did on Thursday, like, what would the talking points have been? Feel me?
Yeah.
The people still are willing to go to the window and back Matt Ryan and the Falcons. That being said, they lose these silly, ugly games, but I don't know if that's a lot of points. Wow, yeah, versus Carolina. I don't know. The extra rest, it's an interesting one, Gabe. It's an interesting one.
I know, Greg. Hopefully the spread goes up because now Greg Olson's out, but I don't mind. I like Greg Olson, but whatever, man. The Panthers are more than Greg Olson, and it almost forces them to move on a bit than sort of just that clutch. And they've got McCaffrey. They've got wide receivers. CJ Anderson looked good. We're one step closer. Panthers over 8.5, one down. To me, this game, I think the Falcons will probably win it. I think they'll win a close one, or they better, because otherwise they're going to fucking implode this team. Like you could tell, like you could just see the Falcons are on the, like there are like a couple of the Falcons that you can tell are about to get into a big fight. Like the Falcons can't keep going on like this, where they play well, and let's just call it out for what it is. It's Matt Ryan. It's Matt Ryan. It just is. It's not Sarkisian. It's not the defense. It's fucking not Julio Jones. It's not Devontae Freeman. It's Matt fucking Ryan. And the players know this. Like eventually someone's going to snap, and it's going to start in the room where it's like, motherfucker, man, stop fucking turning the ball over. Fucking throw the ball with more accuracy. Throw the ball with zip. I'm open. Like it's going to happen. I mean, I remember like Thurman Thomas with the Bills once when we were at Hardcore in the Score, and we were all drunk. It was like a dream for me, Jeff, that the Bills were all at fucking Gretzky's, and I was at Gretzky's. I was wasted, and they knew me from like doing shows with them and shit. So they were talking to me and shit, and Thurman Thomas all wasted, and he fucking starts throwing Kelly under the bus. He's like, because I was like, man, because he knows how upset I was about the 4. I talked to him a few times about it. And he goes, you know why we lost. And these are Hall of Famers, fuck. He goes, you know why we lost. And I was like, yeah. And he goes, come on. He goes, that Washington game, man. He goes, come on. And it's so players speak amongst themselves. I guarantee you, Julio Jones and Sanu are saying, for fuck's sakes, man, Matt's got to get his shit together because like we're losing because of this. Matt Ryan cost them the game last week. Matt Ryan cost them the Philadelphia game, in the playoffs last year too. They should have beaten them. Matt Ryan sucked. Yeah. Like Matt Ryan, like I don't know, man. Jalen Ramsey's right. Matt Ryan's overrated, bro. That's a good call by you. He's turning into Jay Cutler. You're right. Like he cares, bro. That's the only difference. Like
I'm not saying he's turning into Jay Cutler. I'm just saying, like, if Cam Newton or Jay Cutler did what Matt Ryan's done, the public outcry would be far different about it.
Like, well, George Neal is out now. One of their best defenders is out. He's fucking good. Keanu Neal, he's gone. I'm telling you, I think the Panthers probably beat them like 24-23. It's going to come down to the wire. It'll come down to the wire, and I'm getting 5.5 points. The spread is fucking whacked. The spread should be 2.5. Should be 2.5. But whatever. I don't care. Let people continuously underestimate Cam Newton and Ron Rivera in Carolina, and I'll continuously make money on it. Fuck. That's the one. All right, we'll get to golf here in a second. So, and no NFL, but you're rattled, right? So you got nothing. You said the Jets.
Haven't looked at it.
The Jets. This is what it's come to, Jeff. You got one pick, and it's the Jets -3.
No, I don't. I actually think that might be good for the other side there. I don't know. I just think everyone loves the Jets. Like everyone saw on Monday night.
I misread it. All right, sorry. So yeah, I get it.
I was just impressed by the Jets.
The line opened up the Dolphins -1.5, and it swung all the way to Jets minus. Like you said, people are put the Jets in the playoffs now because they won a game.
Yeah, and I think you see that with a lot of the spreads. I think there's going to be a lot of some overreacting to week 1, although that Carolina-Atlanta spread seems to be the opposite of everything else I'm staring at.
I know.
They seem to think Atlanta – that spread tells you Atlanta went into Philly and won the game or something.
It's like KC's they were getting 5.5. And 5 and 5.5 is the weirdest number out there, and there's a lot of them this week. I mean, Washington were laying 5.5. Now they're laying 6. Pittsburgh lays 5 now to the Chiefs. Tough one. I like the over in that game.
I'll say this, Gabe. I think any Kansas City Chief total under 55 needs to be considered strongly. Like autoplay. I mean, they're playing Pittsburgh this week, so I would probably lean to anything number they put out there. But yeah, Chiefs overs for the season.
Yeah, that's going to be a track meet. The Chiefs and the Steelers. I'm tempted by the points there. We'll get you out of here. We'll wrap up football, move on to golf. Won't hit every game, but the two spreads that baffle me, well, not one. The one spread that baffles me the most is what do you think of it when you see it? Are you like, oh, it's too short, or you're like, oh, this is a trap? The Philadelphia Eagles are only 3-point favorites against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If I would have told you last week before we saw these games that the Eagles, I'll take your action, Eagles -3, you take that all day. Like, really, I know the Bucs won a game, but doesn't that surprise you that the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl champions are only 3-point favorites, even though it's on the road? They're saying basically a pick 'em then, 3 points for home field.
I think I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. It feels really fishy. I still think the Eagles have. I expect the Eagles to be a bit inconsistent this year. I don't need it. I don't need it.
To me, it's like they're saying they think Tampa's going to win, but I know I'll take Tampa and they'll play well, and Philadelphia end up winning and covering late. Like, this is what they do right now. I'm not fucking with Philadelphia.
I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot of points for a team. You know, I thought Tampa.
Yeah, is Fitzpatrick really going to do that again? And we know Fitz. I mean, the other one, you got the Jags.
I don't know. Like the other elephant, like the hidden thing here, and I don't want to overrate it or underrate it, but I am bringing it up, is a lot of these teams, it's their home opener. Like, it's a jacked up game, you know? That's all.
It's a good point.
Not that Tampa's got some great home crowd or something, but that's all.
Yeah, the Eagles fired up.
Yeah.
They'll be fired up. You got the Jags and the Pats. The spread's 2 there. And last game is, we were just talking about it, and it's AFC West game, Jeff, is the Raiders and the Broncos. And speaking of quarterbacks and frustrating, Derek Carr, I got to tell you, man, we're 1 game into the Raiders, 1 game into the Gruden era, and he's already fucking making faces on the sideline. You see that? You see, like, he's like, what the fuck? Like, he's fucking openly mocking Carr. He rolled his eyes once. He was fucking mad when Carr got happy feet once, and no one was around. He threw it out of bounds. It was not a good look. And then, the forced picks, Carr just gets rattled. If Carr, you get in his face, you push him around a bit, he gets rattled. And if he's all stand upright, it's good. Ever since he fucked with his fucking line with that anthem shit, it's been different. Like, he gets killed back there. They don't seem to care. Like, it's just, I don't know what it is. Like, there's something off with this guy and that team now. And it's crazy that it sounds this way, because I remember telling people that, in Vegas and shit, and people in Vegas seem to think that, like, this current Raider team's going to be there. Oh, Cooper and Carr and all these guys. Gruden hates them all. The Cooper's imploding. Amari Cooper is, like, getting worse on a weekly basis. And so is Derek Carr. And Gruden goes through quarterbacks like I go through zigzags. So, long story short, I don't think Derek Carr is going to be a Raider for much longer. Like, maybe this year and shit, but.
Do you know what the most telling sign to that is, Gabe? Is and I know they paid Gruden a lot of money, but he's still a coach. And I get that they knew Khalil Mack's situation was in flux. But they showed last night the billboards in Vegas have a fucking coach on them. Like, they have $100 million quarterback. I don't know how good he is. He looks like he's fucking regressed in the last year and a half, but he's still like their $100 million multi-year contract quarterback. How the fuck is he not on their billboards? So, yeah, they must obviously think that that by 2020, something else could be up, but I don't know, man. It stinks like a dead fish there. Like, it really does.
Bringing Gruden, he gets 10 million. Yet they don't want to pay fucking Khalil Mack. Like you said, it's all a sideshow, dude. They only hired Gruden for public relations, man. They figured Gruden was number 1 perfect to fucking chill people in Oakland because people in Oakland were turning. And they figured Gruden number 2 was perfect to roll into Las Vegas with.
Gabe, you watched that game last night. As like a Charger fan, I was salivating on a few occasions where they would just play action, dropbacks, and Goff, like, there wasn't pressure. He could do whatever he want. He went through like 5 progressions and then back to other guys. Like, I can't wait for Phillip Rivers to just be able to sit in the pot, because they seem to have nobody who can get to the passer there. No one.
That's what I was there. That's where I was going with this game. Think about it. Denver Broncos, dude. I haven't even looked up their preseason schedule, but whatever. The Broncos have been at home for 3 weeks. I know that. They haven't left fucking the altitude. They've been working out in the altitude. They haven't left. They haven't gone on the road anywhere.
That's a short week. It's a short week also. So yeah, sure, yeah. You sold me. You sold me. I'm in. Yeah. And I know maybe it's just a picking on the Raiders thing, but
they played well. The Raiders play Monday Night Football. Short week. Raiders are exasperated. Behind the scenes, you know, they're like, oh fuck, this Gruden shit's not gonna end well. Like, they know what's going on. And just think second half, Royce Freeman's gonna run the ball down their throat and shit. The Raiders will hit a wall in the second half. I think
I saw this thing. They threw the ball. Carr threw the ball 41 times. Only 9 times was he targeting a receiver. What the fuck, man? It's great for, Jared Cook is fantasy, and there's some nice plays to mix in Jared Cook and all the checkdowns to the running backs. But, dude, 41 dropbacks and 9 passes to receivers? Get the fuck out of here. You don't trust anybody. Like, he doesn't trust what's happening around him to have to do that.
That's the best way of putting it. Derek Carr doesn't trust Gruden, doesn't trust the offense. Maybe it's an overreaction. You played Donald, you played Sue, like, you're just in your own fucking head, and that's an advantage that team's going to have versus a lot of QBs. Is even when there's not pressure, they'll feel pressure, because how can there not be pressure with those 2 guys? But I don't know, man. That was bad. That was bad. Yeah. All you need to do.
And I would say this: examples where offenses look strong, like the Rams, and there are a few instances. Someone made a great point that, like, week 1 of the NFL, week 1 has become like what week 3 of the preseason used to be.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Like, the quality of game sort of feels like those games.
That's what I said about Aaron Rodgers getting hurt. That you never play these guys, and you're right. They never play the season. Then you throw them out there, and it's almost like, well, what's going to happen? We don't really know. I mean, it was like the Buffalo Bills. Well, we saw it happen, and it wasn't well. But yeah, I think the Broncos, and generally, I don't like laying points. In the NFL, if I could take points, I take points. Or if you notice my method to my madness, I either take points, or I'll take that home team in a -1, -2 game that people are scared of. You know what I mean? I'll be like, no, they'll win at home. This one, I'm thinking to myself, I could see the fucking Broncos winning like 23-10, 30-10 or something. I think Case Keenum and that offense could get going. They could throw the ball. I think they could do whatever they want against the Raiders, to be honest. And yeah, the Rams didn't even really get that much of a pass rush, dude. With Von Miller, they're gonna fucking eat the Raiders up, dude. Like, it's a bad matchup for. And don't tell me the fact that Gruden's back, you don't think Denver's even more fired up to beat this guy? They'll be like, fuck Gruden, fuck the Raiders, let's kill them, fuck. I think Denver could roll them. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was turned into a 31-10 beatdown and the Gruden bashing begins. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get out of here because we could talk football all night. So what's the deal? Golf now?
No golf.
It's Kalen. Yeah, so they're in Europe only, and so what is it off? And then there's the FedEx shit, and then so is that out? They have a bye week, and then it's the championship.
Yeah, essentially, they're off this week, Gabe, because the FedEx Cup. All these big guys have been playing, 3 weeks in a row, essentially, and these guys don't play 4 weeks in a row, like these big names, right? Your Tigers, your number 1 ranked guys. It's a lot to see them play 4 weeks.
They got to check in on their yachts and their mistresses.
No, it's easy to make jokes, and I get it. Like, no, I'm not defending them. I'm just saying, for what it is. So. There's an off week this week, and then they come back for just a 30-man tournament at Eastlake in a couple weeks.
And
The
when's
week,
the Ryder Cup?
the Ryder Cup's the week after that. So this East Lake Tour Championship is week 3 of the NFL, and the Ryder Cup will happen on the weekend of
Yeah,
week
I see
4
28.
of the
Yeah.
NFLs. For easy date's sake, just plot it with NFL weeks, and then your listeners will know.
I was going to ask you where the Ryder Cup is, but I remember it's at that course in France. I remember we talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So they'll be in France, and the
What's
U.S. is I'd say over the last week, Gabe, over the last month, what was once flirting with a pick'em is now really sort of heavily to USA. I'm seeing minus 150s, minus 165s for them to win the two-way bet.
basically look at the FedEx Cup, fucking what?
Yeah, no,
Deschamps
and I would say, between the emergence of Bryson DeChambeau and Brooks Koepka as like
and Tiger Woods.
superstars, that's sort of what has sort of really felt like it is swaying things. And Tiger's just complete, like, yes, Tiger hasn't won, but I mean, again, this week, like another fantastic week, and Tiger in a match play, so yeah, there's a lot of reason for people. Are you sort of starting to stare down the rosters? You are starting a bit of an advantage, no doubt. You look at world rankings, you look at FedEx Cup rankings, you
I
look
don't
at
know. I want to fade the. I think the line will go up. I think more people will bet on America, and I'm seeing Europe. Europe, I don't know. It's contrarian play. I get it. As good as so many of these Americans have been playing, but you know the atmosphere at these international events. And if I can get Europe at plus 140, right now it's plus 125, but I think more people will bet on the USA than they will Europe, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm kind of undecided. I'm with you. I think you get those big. Europe might be hard to pass up at some of those big numbers. So we'll see. Don't have to decide yet.
Jeff Feinberg. All right. So you doing a video with Mayo this week, or you already did it, or you do it tomorrow? Or you
Yeah, we're gonna do it tomorrow. So by then I'll have really looked at the games. But you kind of did sell me on Denver. Even if the advanced spread was probably closer to 3.5, and sort of what happened last night hasn't changed. Those couple points don't scare me.
Jeff, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for taking the time to be with us.
All the best, Gabe.
So Jeff Feinberg with us, who for one reason or another has that mic issue all the time. He's the only one. Like, it cuts in and out like that. I don't know if it's because he moves so much, or I'm not really sure what it is. Now, listen. As far as the Raiders are concerned, and John Gruden didn't call a bad game. Like that's I've said this all the time about Gruden. I warned people coming into this about Gruden. That Gruden doesn't. Gruden's a good in-game coach. Like, that's the thing with Gruden. He's a good in-game coach. Gruden gets it. Gruden, has good play calling ability. You know what I mean? He'll get better too. He's shake off the rust, etc. But like, Gruden honestly, guys were open and stuff. But they can't really execute it. And the problem with Gruden isn't if Gruden was just a coach, he'd be good. The problem with Gruden is he's so big and he's so popular, he gets control. And he shouldn't have control. He has a bad sense of talent. Like, he hates young people. So look at his team. He's like, I don't want a young running back. I want Marshawn Lynch. I don't want a young wide receiver. I want Jordy Nelson. Well, now you got the oldest team in NFL history, 27.4 years old. And he doesn't like Carr. You could tell. New coaches don't roll their eyes at a quarterback on the field. Gruden knows everyone sees him. He doesn't care. He's like, whatever, fuck Gruden. Carr won't be my guy. Yeah, I don't know what it is, Drew, with people in this business that we're all restless. Fuck, it's true. I swear to, it's funny you say that, Drew, because I sit right next to Carton, and Carton fucking moves his leg constantly. Like he goes up and down, right, with his knee and shit. And and you see me, I noticed I was on camera today. My foot's like this. I'm like a fucking seal, fuck. I'm fucking like my foot's going like this. I'm fucking constantly moving my foot. Michelle's just sitting there like normal. Me and Carton are fucking bouncing up and down. And it's funny. Yesterday I was at the sports book. I was at the sports book, and I was doing it. I'm sitting there, and I'm going up and down with my knee, like Carton. I'm going up and down. Fucking. I looked the whole row. The whole row. I looked, man, all the kids beside me were all doing the same thing. Fucking everyone's moving. It's like a degenerate gambler, restless, fucking people that are like, go, 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 go. Like we can't help it. Like April from the Maritimes told me that. She goes, I've never seen you not move. She goes, you're constantly moving. She goes, that's why you don't gain weight. She goes, you're always moving. She goes, I think you probably move in your sleep. Like fucking. And Michelle's just showing off her legs, and me and Carton are just fucking. And Corey's fucking. I think Corey's too hungover to move. Corey doesn't have that anxiety, nervousness. I'm doing it now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but both my legs are like fucking nervously moving. I do it like in Homicide when we play music. Like my leg is always fucking. That's why I have a hard time sleeping, because I'm always going. It's hard for me to turn my body off. Corey's the best. Yeah, Corey. Yeah, her legs. It's a good point, Drew. Who's gonna notice me? I noticed that because those chairs are fucking uncomfortable, right? So they're short, fuck. So I finally got comfortable today, and I noticed. So the only way I can get comfortable is if I stick my long ass legs in front of the desk. So I noticed that, but then I realized, I was like, "Fuck, man." I'm sure my foot is very distracting to the viewer. Fuck, like you're watching a show, and one of the hosts' foot is like in front of the desk, moving nervously. But Drew raises a very good point. No one's looking at my foot when Michel Serpico's legs are on the other side of the desk. Corey will go to pass out if you give a check. It's funny you say that. Corey fucking took a nap in the studio yesterday, but so did I. I'm so tired. I fell asleep in Master Control in a leather chair. I never do that. Like I can't usually sleep sitting up, but that's how tired I am. I sat down in like one of those DX racer chairs. I sat down just for a minute. I was sitting there. Next thing I know, I was like, I seriously slept for like 70 minutes in front of everyone in this, like, and it's like air traffic control in there. There's like people like, I was like, oh, sorry. I was in the wait too. I'm like, they're like, dude, they said, you look so comfortable and out of it. Fuck. We didn't want to wake you up. I was like, holy fuck. I was out for like an hour. And I went in there, and there's Corey Parson today in the same chair. I don't know if you saw the morning show today, Drew, in the morning, but did you hear what happened? I knew something was wrong, fuck. So we're talking, and it's September 11th. Carton's all serious and shit, and we weren't on. Like the system crashed, except Corey was getting messages from people, and it was saying, guys, we can hear you talking off the air. And everyone was all worried. Fuck. We're like, holy shit, what do we say? Fuck. And I didn't say anything bad. I was like, whatever. I was bitching about fucking Taco Bell and shit. So, but we weren't on. And I guess what happened is these fucking kids in the booth, they fucking left their talk back on. So they were the ones going over the air, except we weren't on the air. Like the system, the main computer system in Boston crashed. All right. The main thing, it finally crashed. That's why yesterday we got knocked off. Like it wasn't us. Like we got whatever. So the kids in the booth don't really know what's going on, why, and whatever. So you can hear them freaking out. Oh my God, what the fuck? Jesus fucking Christ. Like they're dropping F bomb after F bomb after F bomb. And Corey's phone's lighting up saying, guys, we can hear you swearing, but it wasn't us. So we were confused. So it turned out it was down there. And the best is like Cardano's calling them to yell at them. And the worst part is Cardano can hear how his employee, like Cardano comes in after. It's hilarious. He goes, I can hear them all, how they handle the crisis. He goes, not very good. He goes, these guys are like freaking out in there. Like it's better if your bosses can't hear you panicking. Like, imagine you don't want your boss hearing everything you say during like an emergency, right? So these kids are like, they can't figure out what's going on. They're getting yelled at. The phone's ringing. Is Don on the phone? Like the phone's ringing, and everyone can hear everything that they're saying. This fucking place, this system sucks. Fucking, it's fucking gold. So we had Omarosa on today. I didn't get a question in, which I don't mind. So I wasn't part. I didn't get brought down with Omarosa. I wanted to ask her a gambling question, but Carton was very serious with her, and she was getting upset. You could tell Omarosa was starting to get mad. I was like, whatever, fuck. Tomorrow, yeah, you heard it, Sonny Betts, eh? Tomorrow we have Jerry Rice on. Like, I'll speak to Jerry Rice. Like, I'll have questions and shit. We got Terry Bradshaw on Thursday too. I think Thursday or Friday. Terry Bradshaw Thursday. I hear good things about New Mexico. Yeah, Carton was basically, wow, he's like, Trump made you rich and gave you a job at the White House. I don't really see what your beef is with him. He had a good point. It's a thing, like, whatever, fuck. It's just a reality shit show. He clearly hates Tomlin because he's black. Yeah, I was right. Amorosa said, yeah, you was a white man. I'm just kidding about Bradshaw. So yeah, Boston College and Wake Forest. The game now starts at 5:30. I'm seeing here other sporting. Ohio at Virginia will be played at Vanderbilt Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. Campbell and Coastal Carolina will be played tomorrow. Who cares? Duke home athletic events Friday and Saturday are canceled or postponed. East Carolina, Virginia Tech is canceled. Not whatever. They don't have a plan. East Carolina can't travel. So Ohio at Virginia will be played at Vanderbilt Stadium in Nashville. Do the siren stop outside here? No. So I don't know if you guys, I saw this. I know I don't want to keep it too New York. We'll move on from this. But so today's September 11th, obviously. And, somber day in New York. And there's like added security and shit too, right? So I noticed this morning, all right, there's a lot of cops everywhere. A lot of cops. And I'm right in Manhattan. So there's a lot of cops everywhere. But after the show, I was so tired. I was like, man, I got to get out of here. Fuck. I said today was the first day. I was like, I said, I don't give a shit. I'm leaving here at 12. I'm going back to the room and I'm sleeping before the show. I got to get caught up. It's catching up to me, all the lack of sleep. So, of course, just my luck. Fuck. I'm wondering. I'm like, man, 34th Street's always moving quickly. And it wasn't. So there was no fucking bus coming down. Like there's a free shuttle bus that takes you to the waterfront. There was no bus or anything. I'm like, what the fuck? And I saw like 6 of the buses sitting together and they're all just smoking and shit. I was like, I don't know. It must be their lunch hour or something. Fuck. But as I kept getting closer down to the waterfront, it got worse and worse. But how the hell am I supposed to know? So I walked all the way down there, Drew, to fucking 12th and 39th. And the entire fucking area was closed, man. So, of course, I tweeted, I don't know if you saw, but a fucking crane fucking dropped a fucking massive metal beam literally on the fucking ferry fucking terminal. You can't make that up. Like, guys, the exact place that I am at every day, the exact terminal that I use was, of course, the exact terminal that was closed today in New York. Fuck, I got there. There's fucking like troopers and fucking, I saw a type of cops. I don't even know who they were, like uniforms I never even seen. Like water, I don't know who they were, fuck. And they were cool though. They were like, I was like, what the hell happened here? I was like, oh fuck, 9/11. Like, was there an attack or something? And the chick cop told me, nah, crane fell and fucking blah, blah. But she goes, there's a big metal beam stuck there that could still crash. They had to shut down. They had to shut down everything. Like the entire like Midtown was like, it turned into chaos. Fuck. Like, so it was the first time, like I've always taken the ferry with no problems, right? This is the first time I've had an issue where like, I remember I said, you can't control New York, man. It controls you. So exactly, Drew. I didn't know what to do. I was like, well, I don't even know how to fucking get to fucking out of here from here. Like, and whatever. I sucked it up. I was like, cop told me Port Authority. I said, because the cop said, where are you going anyways? I said, I'm just trying to get on the other side. They said, you got to go up to the Port Authority. And I said, all right. So I fucking stopped, rolled another one, went to the Port Authority. And I don't get out much, Drew. So I was glad I went that way, to be honest. It's kind of crazy. Like, New York is so big that there's like all these corners, like you're never going to know them all. Like, I'm sure even people from there don't know them all. Like, so like I said, on 8th, I've never gone that far. I've been to the Port Authority before, but I've been drunk in years. You know what I mean? Like, I'd never been outside the New York Times before. Like, today was the first time I saw the New York Times. I was like, oh, fuck, the New York Times is right here. I was like, I didn't know. There's a lot of good restaurants there, fuck, too. I'm going to go there more often. I was like, this is the New York I thought of. I was like, yeah, man, there's like fucking 8,000 restaurants in a row. That's the best part of New York. I haven't had a chance to appreciate it yet because I don't have any money and I'm not settled in. But once I'm going to spend more time in Manhattan, I'm not running back and forth all the time. Like, there's fucking food everywhere here. It's good too. Like I've said in the past, food in the States isn't great. Like, food in Vegas is terrible. Fuck, food in LA is not that good either. Like, the only thing you can eat out there is fucking Mexican food, so Tex-Mex, South, that shit. But yeah, the Dave and Buster's. No, like I finally saw like an Indian restaurant and like Chinese stuff and just, So yeah, at least finally though, like you said, Drew, now I know where to go for the bus and shit to go through the Lincoln Tunnel. I didn't know before. And Yeah, Puerto Rican food. Like what every day I've been eating something like local. You know what I mean? Like look, I had the cheap pizza today, but like usually I'm eating breakfast and sandwiches at these places and I'm mixing them up. It's fucking good. There's this place on 34th and 6th. They just have it's fucking cool. I like that style. They just have like everything cooked already, but like everything. You know what I mean? So it's like they got chicken, they got cut steak if you want, they got mashed potatoes, they got salad. You know what I mean? It's so you got whatever you want, and you just tell them fuck. You mix it up. So like the other day, they had turkey with gravy and shit. I got the turkey and mashed potatoes. It's $10 fuck for a fucking plate. It's fucking good, man. It's cooked right there and shit. Like there's a lot of good home cooked shit there, man. Like New York isn't that like there's a lot of chains and shit, but there's a ton of mom and pop shit. I've been suckered into McDonald's just because their smoothie is cheap. Like I tried to support the local place smoothie, but it was $8, $9. Fuck. Like McDonald's, I can get the breakfast and the smoothie for fucking $7. Who my chick, the chick driver? Yeah, Joey Odessa sent me a list of the six best pizza places. Said let's not talk the pizza now. I don't have any and I can't order any. Oh, fuck, I can't wait to get out of this fucking hotel, guys. I'm seeing they got Canelo on TV here. Triple G's going to beat him. I like Canelo too. I'm a Canelo fan. I got nothing against him, but Triple G's just better. Triple G's he's on another level. You know what's up, Bruce Chad? You know what, Bruce Chad? I've only seen one Domino's the entire time I've been here, and it was in Jersey. I haven't seen one Domino's in Manhattan. I haven't seen one Domino's in Manhattan. Dude, there's local pizza everywhere here. Yeah, if anyone has suggestions for great pizza in Manhattan, let me know. I haven't had like great pizza yet since I've been here. I've been going to Two Brothers. It's dollar slice shit. It's not bad, but it's not like, I had a decent pizza in Jersey the other day, and it's probably, I hear Hoboken's where the real good pizza's at. Domino's banned from not hating on Trump. What's up, Bonser Wolf? Yeah, Two Brothers is all right. $3, two slices and a drink. It's not bad. Yeah, like I'm telling you, I thought of you, Bruce, the other day. Like I got a chuckle. I saw Domino's in New Jersey. In like not Stickville, New Jersey, but like there's a I don't know. I've been everywhere recently, so I don't know. The other night when I was drunk, I saw Domino's somewhere in Jersey. It was like a little one too. I was like, oh, there's a Domino's. I thought it was in Union City. That's where it was. It was in Union City. There was a little Domino's in Union City. Fuck. I noticed. I thought of you. Fuck. I was like, oh, there's fucking Domino's. Yeah, I've eaten that. I've eaten the pizza at Barry DeMonte many times, Ken. That's not good for you. That pizza. Yeah, like basically in my neighborhood though, like where I am, there really is no mom and pop shit. It's kind of weird. Like Juno's, like on 34th and 35th and shit. It's like all sort of local places that you've never heard of that are big. Like, I don't know, like the bread, what's it called? Bread and Butter, the bread factory. There's another place called Al's that's fucking pretty good. I wanted to ask you, Drew. I wanted to ask someone in New York. Sonny Betts would know. Sonny Betts is from New York too. If that diner on the corner of 8th and 34th is any good. I've never been there. Like across the, the one that right next to the subway. They serve breakfast and shit. Seems iconic, They have pictures up of people and stuff. When am I going to hang with Michelle? I hang with Michelle every morning. The thing in the industry, Shy Picks, is it's not like everybody. Yeah, the one exactly, Drew. The one in the New York Core Hotel. Is that any good? That place? Yeah, it's Mel's. I think that's what it's called, Mel's. Is that any good? I never went in there. There's some other diner on 34th and 10th. It's called what? The Skylight. It sort of looks like the Seinfeld. It's like all silver and 24 hours and shit. It's cheesy, but I wouldn't mind. I'd like to go. I'll get a picture outside that Seinfeld diner. What's up, Kyle Johnson? Good to see you, bro. Hope you're well. I'd like to get a picture outside. Like that. The diner in Seinfeld doesn't exist though, right? It doesn't, it doesn't. It doesn't, it doesn't. Like the exterior on Seinfeld, that's the real place. I think it's called Tom's in real life. So like you can get a picture of like the corner shot of the restaurant, you know what I mean? But it doesn't look the same inside, and they don't even acknowledge like it's. Yeah, the exterior exists exactly. Like they don't play it up that, oh yeah, this is the Seinfeld place. You know what I mean? Where is it? Like, I don't know where it is though, Drew. That's the whole thing. Let me look it up. Where is the real Seinfeld restaurant? Where is the Seinfeld diner? Tom's Restaurant, yeah. That's wicked. See, I'm laughing already just looking at it. It's located at 2880 Broadway on the corner of West 112th Street. 112. Fuck, I'm on 34th. That's a long way to go. Interesting. Yeah, I knew it was called Tom's. It's near Columbia University. Tom's is a regular hangout for faculty and students of Columbia University. It's been owned by Mina Zulis since 1940. Tom's Restaurant inspired Suzanne Vega's 1987 song Tom's Diner. It became more famously known as it was the fictional Monk's Cafe in Seinfeld. All right, so it says Seinfeld actually did try to copy the inside look as much as they could. Barack Obama has frequented the restaurant while a student at Columbia, as has John McCain and Meghan McCain. I like this. In 1978, the Bionic Woman filmed Long Live the King outside the place. Interesting. I'd like to get out there and take a picture. Yeah. Let's move on from the food talk. I don't have any food here either. So I got a bag of chips and M&Ms. See, remember last night where Donnie Rightside was in the chat, and Donnie really knows Jersey real well. He lives in Jersey, right? But he seemed to really know the area pretty well. Fuck, I was surprised he knew it that well. Like Donnie's like, oh yeah, Turnpike 3 and J3, and fucking Donnie knew like every little nook and cranny it seemed. So we were talking last night about Weehawken High School, and about how Weehawken High School has got this fucking wicked football field. And like Weehawken's football field is on top of the Lincoln Tunnel. And I was saying about how I never noticed it before, and I just saw it the other day for the first time. And it's pretty cool. Like it's pretty unique. Fuck, you know. I mean, how many high school football stadiums are on top of the Lincoln Tunnel? So like it's weird. Like the stadium, it's elevated, and like it's hard to explain unless you see it, but it's fucking cool when you see it. So we were talking about Weehawken High. So last night I was looking up, like after the show, I was like, no, I'm just going to look up Weehawken High School and see if like who went there, any famous football players, basketball, whatever. And the most, you know who the most famous the most famous person there is? James L. Brooks, The Simpsons. Yeah, James L. Brooks, Simpsons fucking creator with Matt Groening, went to Weehawken. So Weehawken High School. I told you guys I went to the same high school as Captain Kirk of Star Trek. Captain Kirk's from Montreal. Yeah, like he's not just from Montreal; like he's from the same part, like even as I am, and went to the same school, although different building. In fact, Big Will's mother, if I remember correctly, actually went to the same school. I went to the same high school as Big Will and the chat's mother did. I didn't. I lasted there 3 years. That's the school I went to the longest. Class of '66. I was class of '84. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why it's Captain Kirk. I always thought I was into Star Trek when I was a teenager too. I always liked Star Trek. So I'm not the class of anything. I didn't graduate. I got kicked out. I got kicked out of that school. But I went there for fucking 3 years. West Hill High School. West Hill High School. But they had a plaque up on the wall for Captain Kirk. We had like a fucking case, like our trophy case with the pictures of our famous students and shit. And Captain Kirk obviously was the most famous one. Nobody's Captain Kirk, frankly. That's the whole thing. Like I can never be the coolest guy at West Hill High School. Like Captain Kirk went there. Like how can you top that? And what was the lowest point of my gambling career? What are you trying to depress me, Lucas? Fuck. It's a good question, Lucas. It's a good question, but I don't know. How about right now? At Shamedy High. NDG, that's right, Andrew Pierce. I'm from NDG. No damn good. It's like the song, like Born in the USA. I was born in the USA. Born in the USA. There's a song about NDG like that. It seems like I'm doing well. This is not Lucas. My worst gambling story ever. Anyways, yeah, there's a song, Born USA. There's a song about NDG where I'm from. It's a ripoff. Like, so it's, I was born in NDG. I did my first B&E at the age of 3. I was born in NDG. I wish I remembered all the lyrics. It was, I was born in NDG. I did my first B&E at the age of 3. I was born in NDG. Like basically NDG, the where I grew up is just, it's like a fucking little criminal fucking enterprise fucking town. It's all like mobsters and fucking thieves and dealers. It's like basically like you know, if you were an NDG, like you didn't have a choice. Like you, it was peer pressure. Like you had to commit crime. Like the cops would give you like a break in NDG. It'd be like, listen, we know you're just trying to be cool and fit in, but you know, 3 times and you're, you know, we're gonna arrest you. like seriously, like my teenage years, like were so criminal. Like everything was crime. Like everything. Like nothing was normal. Like nothing was normal. Well, both sides of the track can be bad, but which one is 7400 Sherbrooke? Is that the one by the Rose Bowl? Jay Baruchel, yeah, he's from NDG. Doesn't Jay Baruchel, like you could tell he's from Montreal, Baruchel. Like he's like gold. Jason Gold. There's different parts of NDG, right? NDG is a pretty big place. NDG, Montreal West, sort of, you know, you got the Irish fucking gangs down there, the Irish mob. So, anyways, I don't know. My worst gambling story, I don't want to talk about them, but I'll tell you one quick story. Who asked that? I'll tell you one story, Lucas Yanetsko. I once went to the casino in Montreal. This is a pretty bad one. I once went to the casino in Montreal on a Friday night. It was like, I don't know, fuck, it was like 1 a.m. or something. Whatever. It might have been 3 a.m. You know, the bar's closed. I don't know. It was late at night. I was drunk. I remember I was all hot to go to the casino. I went to the casino and I had like $700 on me. And I turned the $700. I actually won. It's like a miracle. I actually turned the $700. I turned the $700 into like $2,300. So I'm all wasted at 700. Suddenly I have like $2,500 or something. Okay. And so it was a success. And I was standing around drinking and fucking whatever. And I swear to God, fuck, I remember security telling me to leave. I remember like they knew me a bit. I remember one of the guys, like I was hanging around, I was getting loud and shit, and security came up to me. And Buddy said, he goes, you had a good night. He goes, why don't you just go? He goes, why don't you just go, man? And I was like, oh, are you telling me to go? I don't have to fucking go. And he goes, I'm not telling you to go. He goes, I'm telling you, you're going to lose your money. So the guy actually warned me. He goes, go, bro, just go. You won. Because they used to see me leave all mad all the time. And fucking, he told me, he goes, I see you. He goes, you're happy. He goes, why? Just go, you know? And the thing is, in Montreal, they make it impossible to leave. Fuck. Like they have this maze, man. And like, it's really hard to get out. So like you get out and then you go down these steps and then you're fucking ambushed by tables again. And like you go and it's again, like you have to like get through it 3 times. So I couldn't get through it 3 times. I got to like the lower level and I started gambling again. And the security guy fucking warned me. He goes, bro, just leave, man. He goes, you know, you're just gonna, So anyways, yeah, I know that building. I lived there when I was a kid briefly, Ken. I lived everywhere in NDG, trust me. So anyways, so I went to the casino with $700. I turned it into $2,300. Instead of leaving, I lost the money. I started playing like, I don't know what I fucking played. I was wasted. Fuck. I started playing like slots only. And the next thing I know, I was like, fuck slots. And I was like back to a table. Long story short, I lost the fucking money. I lost the money. He was right. I lost it. I was a kid, right? I was stupid. I wouldn't do that now, but like I lost the money. All right. So this is where it gets bad though. This is just the beginning of the story. So I lose the money. I get so fucking angry. I fucking leave the casino. I get in a taxi. All right. I get in a taxi. I get Sabaros, come on. I get in a taxi. I go all the way back to where I was living. I fucking only had a couple $100 and I woke my buddy up at like 4 a.m. and I knew he had money. Fuck. I woke him up and I'm like, listen, I said, I need like $1,000, or I said, I need $700 or whatever I hit him up for. And he goes, what happened? And I said, listen, I got a taxi running outside. And he goes, you went to the casino and fucking lost and fucking came back with a taxi and have a running taxi and you're going to go back to the casino? I was like, yeah, I'm going back to the casino. I said, but I fucking need fucking whatever. I said, I'll give it back to you over the weekend here. Give me the money. So he goes, this is a horrible mistake. He goes, just accept that you lost for the night. I was like, no. I said, just give me the fucking money. So he gave me like $1,000. Fuck. So I'm like, thanks. Boom. I fucking bang, 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 run down the stairs. I get back in the taxi. Even the taxi driver is telling me, he goes, why don't I just take you to an after hours party? He goes, why don't you just go party? He goes, why are you going to go back to the casino? I was like, just take me back to the casino. Fuck. Right. So guy takes me back to the casino. Fuck. I tell myself, I'm just going to get my $700 back that I lost. Okay. So I tell myself, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to get the $700 back. I'm going to get out of here. I fucking turned the $1,000 into like fucking $3,000. Okay. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, I can't believe I did this. All right. At this point, it's like 8, 9 in the morning. And I'm like, I can't believe I did this. I'm like, I can't believe that I actually pulled this off, that I got the money back, that I won. I was like, this is a miracle. Well, I lost it again. I went from let me just get my 700 back and let me just get the original 1,000 back that I borrowed to, I was up like $3,400. And I remember thinking at the time, I was like, man, I'm going to fucking win like $20,000 right now. I was like, I can't lose. I can't fucking play. I kept playing. Basically, next thing I know, man, it's like 11 in the morning. Fuck. It's 11 in the morning. I lost it all. I lost it all. I didn't even have enough money to take a taxi. I didn't have enough money to take a taxi. I had to walk. Think about that. I went from having like $3,500 and laughing and ha ha ha, drinking in the kitchen. It's fucking, I got my money back, to an hour later, me in the bright sun with no sunglasses in the summertime, walking across a bridge, fuck, without any money. And I swear I saved like $6. I remember I was like, holy fuck. And I had $6 and I bought like a 6-pack of beer with it. Fuck. I got to the other side of the bridge. I nearly jumped off the bridge. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I really stopped for a minute. Like, but I wasn't going to kill myself, but I didn't want to walk across the bridge. So I actually considered swimming, which I would have died. I actually was thinking, whatever, fuck. I'll jump into the water and I'll swim across. I don't want to walk across. You know, I was drunk. My logic wasn't, you know. So I realized someone actually passed and said, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What?" And they said, what are you like?" They could sort of tell like I was inching closer to like getting in the water type thing. Someone was like, "Bro, like you're not going to make it." Like it was a stranger. He said, "C'est impossible" in French. He goes, "C'est impossible." Like it's impossible to get across. And he told me, "You got to walk, man." And I was like, yeah, I know. Fuck. So I fucking walked and it takes forever. All right. And it was so depressing. I walked across the bridge and shit. And I got to the other side. I remember there's this park and fucking I went to the store. I bought the beer. It was like 10, 11 in the morning. I sat in the park and I fucking drank the beer. And honestly, it was one of the most depressing, non-dying stories I've ever had. Like I never felt like such a loser. Like I was like, I remember sitting there thinking, I was like, I can't tell my friends what just happened. They're going to ask me what happened at the casino. What am I going to say? Oh yeah, I lost $2,000. I came back, borrowed $1,000 from you, went back, won $3,000, lost it all, and ended up nearly jumping off the fucking Jacques Cartier Bridge. Yeah, how was your Friday night? Yeah, a true gambler. I saved enough for a couple of drinks, Joey Medina. How pathetic was that? And I never forget, I called my ex-girlfriend, my girlfriend that passed away, unfortunately, of brain cancer. And I never really tell people anything. I remember I called her and I sort of broke down. I told her, I said, "Listen, I got a problem." I said, "I got a problem and you need to fucking, I need to come over and talk to you." I said, "I got to get away, like basically from everything." And now I did that a few times at the casino in Montreal. Like I had a few stupid decisions at the casino. But also I could tell you, I remember one night at the casino in Montreal. This is a fucking crazy one. On the first, it was the first of the month, and a bunch of us, instead of paying rent, we actually said, you know what? Instead of paying, yeah, I learned my lesson. I never do that again, Joe. Exactly. I was young, dude. This story was probably from about 1994. No, 1990. Yeah, right around Homicide's record. It was around that era. 94 or 95. I was 24, 25. I was stupid. And I remember one night though with the band, the bass of the Homicide. I remember we had all this money like to pay bills and the rent and everything. And of course, me being the degenerate that I am, I told him, "Listen, why don't we just go to the casino?" And I said, "We'll win and we'll come back, we'll pay the rent, but we'll double the money." And everybody agreed. Like, you know what I mean? No one was like, "That's a horrible idea." Everyone was like, "Yeah, let's go." So we actually took all of our fucking rent money and shit, and we went to the casino and we won. It was actually one of those stories. Like we won. Like not ever. I remember the bad stories more, but we actually won. It was crazy. We took like all the money, we went and we fucking turned it in like $4,000 or something. It was one of those good nights. I remember too, like when Thunder Gulch in 1996, it was around that era, 95, 96, all this shit happened. I remember when Thunder Gulch won the Kentucky Derby and I won. Remember, I had Thunder Gulch in the Florida Derby. I had Thunder Gulch in the Kentucky Derby. I had fucking Thunder Gulch in the Preakness and the Belmont. I had him in every race, and he won fucking 3 of the 4 races. So I was on this crazy fucking horse run, and I won at 22-1, 23. It was 22-1 or 24-1 at the Kentucky Derby, Thunder Gulch, and I won. I had him to win, place, and show, and And I remember after, we were all wasted. And it was like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night. We were at the Hippodrome, one of the nice restaurant. They closed it now, the OTB in Montreal. I remember my buddies all won on Thunder Gulch, and they didn't even know sports betting. You know, I was with a couple of dudes that don't even know sports or anything, and they just sort of tailed me. And I told them, I remember after Thunder Gulch won, I said, let's go to the casino. And we went to the casino, and we won more, so. But I'll be honest, I've been to the casino in Montreal probably like 100 times, and I think they've beaten me like 95 times. There was a few times I left fucking up, but for the most part, that Montreal casino like wiped me out, man. I'm not a big casino player, right? So I was younger. I never really been to casinos that much. It was like, oh, Montreal got a casino. And I see it firsthand now, like even with the FanDuel Sportsbook, like there's a lot of amateur betting going on. There's a lot of people losing a lot of money. Yeah, good call. Good call, show. See, that's what Ted Teven used to do. Yeah, Ted Teven would go to the casino every night when he was older, but he told me he would only bring $75. He would only bring $75. And he would leave if he got up at all. So like he said, like if he brought $75 and he sat down and he played blackjack and he won a hand, he would stop, he said. And he would mark it down. All right, I won $20 on the night, and he would stop, and he would, he's an old man, right? But Bonzer Wolf is right. Casinos, I mean, you can't beat the casino. No one beats casinos. Sportsbook is tough. Sportsbook gambling is, you can be, but at least you're in control of it. Like the games are, But anyways, I don't want to talk about bad gambling. I didn't get into my sports gambling stories. I have much worse, depressing stories. I've lost paychecks. I once lost like fucking 4 months pay on one game once. I literally lost like a quarter of a year on it, like basically. Like, you know what I mean? Like some people are like, oh, I lost a paycheck. Like I remember once I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, man, I just lost like 3 months worth of paychecks. Like I'm in a lot of trouble. That would actually be the worst. That's one of the worst days ever. The Bills losing to the Redskins was really bad. When the Bills lost to the Redskins in the Super Bowl in like 1992, that was a bad one. Because I was younger, right? And I lost over my head. That was a bad one. And yeah, that was fucking nuts. I've thrown out a lot of winning tickets in Montreal. Yeah, if you guys don't know that story, like, so I had like the tickets. So the same thing. It's like parlay ticket, whatever. So I had the tickets. Here's my Jets tickets, actually. No, those aren't my Jet tickets. Where are my Jet tickets? Oh, they're in the other jacket. So yeah, I had like these tickets, and I was on the metro in Montreal, like subway metro. I don't know why I did it, but I got all pissed off, and I fucking I didn't rip them up though, but I sort of crumbled them up like a ball, and I fucking threw them on the platform. Except I threw out a fucking winning ticket, fuck. For like $400 too, $374 or something. And so I got on the subway and I got home and I realized, I was like, oh my God, I threw the tickets on the fucking floor in the metro. Except it's windy, right? In metros, with the trains and shit. So I'm like, oh fuck, they blew away for sure. I'm like, I'm never going to find this. This is like 1 in a million opportunity. Like that's going to be there. So I go back, and as I get there, the train's passing and I see the tickets blowing in the wind like a cyclone. And I actually caught it in the air. I walked up, like, you can't make this up. Like, I walked up casually. It was like it was waiting for me. It was like my ticket was floating in the air waiting for me. I just walked up. I was like, toof. I took it out of the air. I opened it up. I'm like, yeah, here it is. I'm like, thank you. Yeah, like I've had a lot of bad luck, but I've had good luck too. You know, like today I lost my cell phone, in New Jersey. And I got it back. I remember where I left it. But my worst day, the worst day ever was I lost. I once lost $25,000. That's my worst gambling day ever. To get back to the, I didn't want to talk about it because it's depressing, but that was the worst one of them all. Losing 25K in one day is, it'll make you question your life decisions. Yeah, T-Bone remembers the night. Fucking Montana, Richmond Spiders. Well, whatever, dude. I'm an idiot. I was betting $5,000 a game on FBS fucking playoff games, man. You know, what are you going to do? Fuck. Yeah, Texas Tech. I think I put 15K on Texas Tech. Like, it was a disaster. Basically, what it was, I was kind of dumb. It was when I was on the Score. I was on TV and I had a shitload of credit and stuff. And I started to bet more and more per game. You know, went from 1,000 a game to 2,000 a game to 5,000 a game. So I was betting 5,000 a game. And I lost. I went 4-8. So it wasn't like I lost 25K at once. It was like throughout the day, it just sort of added up. You know what I mean? Like I bet 12 games in a day at $5,000 each, and I fucking went 4-8. Like I remember I lost the FCS football game. I lost a UConn basketball game. So it was never like, oh fuck, I just lost 25K. It was like, wow, I'm 1-2 on the day. Wow, now I'm 2-3 on the day. Oh shit, now I'm 2-4. But at the end of the day, it added up, where I was like, fuck, I'm 4-8. And you add up the juice, it's $500 juice per game was $2,000. It was $2,500 in juice. So get this, the guy cuts me off. Okay. The guy fucking Sunday morning, I call in the plays and I'm like, I can't get through. Like there used to be this machine service, whatever. And it was like, your account doesn't exist. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, so I was hoping it didn't exist. I just lost 25K. So I had to call like the guy, that number type shit. I'm like, yo, what's up? I said, I'm trying to get some fucking NFL bets in here. I had a bad day yesterday. He goes, bad day. He goes, bro, you didn't have a bad day. He goes, you lost $25,000, man. He goes, for your own good, man, I'm shutting you down. He goes, dude, you can't go on like this, fuck, you know? So I told the guy, I got all mad, of course, right? I'm like, shutting me down. I'm like, fuck, I always fucking pay you. I could fucking pay this, fucking blah, blah. I'm like, I said, fucking, this is bullshit. You fucking I lose 25K. You're not going to let me get it back with the NFL the next fucking day. This is garbage. And he goes, all right. He goes, who do you want to take? And he tells me, he goes, I'll give you fucking, he goes, I know you want to bet 5,000 a game. He goes, you're not betting 5,000 a game. He goes, I'm not going to let you owe 50K. So he goes, $1,000 a game limit. And he goes, you can bet 3 games. And he goes, if you win, he goes, at 4:00, I'll open up the fucking credit a little bit and give you a 10K little wiggle room here. All right. And the guy's doing it for my own good. Like, I'm not like, you know, I understood. So I fucking went 0-3. So I lost the games. And then in the morning, I lost the games. Fuck. I called him back. I said, thanks. Fuck. Pull the plug. Pull the plug. I told him, pull the plug. I told the guy, never take another bet from me again. I never bet with the guy again. I said, never take another bet from me again. And he's actually recently asked me, hey, if you want back. Yeah, there was no happy ending. There was no happy ending. Like there's no, oh, and I beat the guy. I didn't beat the guy. I lost. That's that. That's the story. That's the story. I paid him back $19,000 and he stopped asking me after that. I still owe him like 5 or 6 and he doesn't bother me. I think he feels bad. I remember got up to like 18K or something. And I think he just feels like took me, listen, I was lucky. I was lucky in the sense that I didn't lose it to somebody that would kill you. You know what I mean? People have gotten whacked for that type of shit before. You know, so I was on a payment plan forever. I'm telling you guys, don't bet with bookies. Don't bet with bookies. If you bet with a bookie, you will bet 8 times more than you normally would. Like if you're $100 better, you have credit. Next thing you know, you're betting 800. Like if you're a degenerate, maybe if you're really disciplined, but if you like, I'm telling you, guys, I've been around. I'm 48 years old. I've been gambling since 1982. Okay, I've been betting on football since 1982. I've seen a lot of good gamblers come and go. I've seen a lot of big shots, and I have never seen anybody beat a bookie. I know a bookie. I know a bunch of bookies, but I'm talking like I know like big time. Like I did. They're out of the business, but he told me point blank. He goes, bro, and he had like big action. And this is the guy that I told you he bet $125,000 on the game, my friend. Like he was a better, and he told me you can't win. He told me he was like, he said, dude, out of 100% out of the customers, he goes, there's like 2 guys that win. He goes, literally. And he goes, and they're fucking lucky. They're parlay players. Like he goes, anybody that bets single games doesn't win. He goes, you might get hot and think you're going to win, but he goes, you won't. In the end, you'll lose more than you'll win. He goes, your money management will get you. Like basically, and he goes, he knew, like he gambled. And he told me, he goes, I can't gamble because I know you can't win. I'm not going to say this, but there's a major sports book, okay, out there, very major sports book, who makes a lot of money, whose owner of the sports book is a degenerate gambler that loses every day. All right. It's just you need to be disciplined and you need to bet recreationally. You can't think I'm going to bet and there's no way this loses because anything can lose. Like that was sort of my lesson with college this past week. And I didn't lose a shitload of money, but I was sort of surprised. I was like, I can't believe I fucking just went 2-5. Well, what do you mean you can't believe it? Fuck, it happens. It's going to happen to everybody. I'm telling you, don't bet on credit. Listen, I'm not talking about credit card. Well, that's your money. If you bet and you fucking have to pay the guy every Friday or whatever, you're setting yourself up for a shitty year, guys. I'm telling you, you know how much it's one of my, I don't have a lot of regrets in my life. It's one of them. Like all the stress that I've had worried about, I got to pay this guy and fucking, then when you win, he stiffs you. And then, the threats and the pressure. Like, you think it's fun, like owing someone 25K, or like in other instances, like, you know what I mean? I owe these other guys money. It's not fun. You know, it's not fun. It is what it is, you know? Exactly. If you're going to bet what you have. It still sucks. Like, I see it all the time with my boy Cam. Like, I'll see Cam and I'll be upset about a game. And I'm like, you know, it's like, fuck, it sucks. I lost $300 at Bet 365. It's like, you know, I lost my $300 on the game last night at Bet 365. I speak to Cam. Cam's in a panic every week. He's like, oh, fuck, I owe my bookie $1,800. I'm like, how do you owe me 18? Well, you know, I bet 200 on the Kansas City Royals the other day and they blew the lead. And then I flipped it over on the golf. And it's like, you can't live like that week by week, fucking worried about, like, if you know, I know the lifestyle. I know. I stopped, man. It was about 4 years ago. I finally learned my lesson with bookies 3 years ago. I ruined a summer. I lost so much money betting stupid shit. Nothing I even liked. Nothing I even liked. I was like, oh, I'll put 500 on this CFL game. Well, I lost the game, so I'll put 500 on the next CFL game. You know, well, I'll put fucking 250 on this baseball game. Next thing I know, end of the week, I owe the guy $2,200. Doesn't seem like a lot. Well, it sucks. And then, you know, then the next week I owe the guy $1,400. And then next week I owe the guy $600. And then I realized, I'm like, man, every fucking week this summer I'm just giving this guy money. Fuck. And I don't even like these games. I'm losing big money on these games I don't even like. You know what I mean? Then you're stressed out, and then your girlfriend's like, why don't you have any money? And, well, because I got to give my money. It's not worth it. If you lose, so you lose, it sucks, but you wake up in the morning, some guy named Frankie's not calling you. I don't have to worry about meeting a guy on Lakeshore, fuck, with the money. I don't have to worry, oh, fuck, now I got to get a loan shark. And, you know, that's what it leads to loan sharks. I got to get a loan shark to pay this guy off. And then I owe this guy fucking vig. I've been there, guys. It's a fucking horrible life. Don't do it. And don't think, oh, I want to be cool and I want to be a big-time gambler. Big-time gamblers don't do that. Degenerate losers do that. Inexperienced people do that. Big-time smart gamblers aren't living like fucking scared of their left nut losing. You know what I mean? If you say to yourself, well, I want to bet. I used to do it all the time. That was my thing. I'd be like, well, I know they're going to cover. I want to bet $2,000. I don't just want to win $200. Well, you know what, kid? If you're so good at this, then bet your $200, and in a week you'll have your own $2,000 to play with, and then you can bet $2,000 a game. It's easy for you to want to step up and say, I'll bet $5,000 a game on credit. Put your own fucking money on the table. Do you like the game as much then? Do you like the game as much then? Or are you just running your mouth and you think you're a big man because you're betting on credit? The T-Bone knows. T-Bone's a professional, lifelong gambler. T-Bone, you stay away from credit. You bet at Bookmaker. You bet at Bet 365. It's your money. You lose, you don't have to worry about paying anybody. Now, I'm not saying that every bookie's bad and bad guys. And I'm not saying that there's not mature people out. I know guys that are mature. They bet $50 a game with a bookie. They owe the guy a couple of $100. They win a couple $100. They're gambling for fun. That's fine. They have discipline. They have jobs and wives. And you know what I mean? They're like normal people. You guys and me, we're not normal people. You wouldn't be here right now. We're not normal people. We can't be trusted with credit like that. I can't be trusted now. Dude, you don't think it bothers me fucking that I bet fucking, you know, $250 on the Jets the other night? If I had access to online shit and I had fucking shit, I'd have fucking $1,200 on the game. But you got to accept it. It's like, yeah, you could also lose. You know what I mean? I've been offered credit here. That's the last thing I'm going to fucking do. You think I want to fucking end up owing fucking these guys' money? Oh, yeah, I'm in New York. Oh, fuck, I got to go to the Bronx to pay this fucking guy. Like, fuck that. Fuck. That's why I go to the window. I bet what I can afford. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got $150 here in tickets. So I'm going back to collect $300. I feel like a chump. Like, to me, this is like, it's like a pack of gum money. But you know what? It's my money. I'm the one that put it in my pocket. There's what I had. This is what I got. Fuck. I don't have to worry about anything. This is mine. I don't owe anybody anything. Fuck. Like I said, for all you guys that bet on credit, if you're so good and you can think, well, yeah, but I want to win money. Then if you're so good at it, bet your own money. If you're actually that good of a bettor, then if you're not, like, seriously, think of, will you put $5,000 of your own money on the table? No, you're going to do it with someone else's. Why? Because it might not, you know what I mean? You got to pay the guy. You got to pay the guy after. It's not going to go away. Hey, there's my Bobby Riggs speech of the night for you guys. But I'll leave you with a positive. I'll leave you with a positive. I did go fucking 20-0 one night. You want a good story? I won 20 straight bets one night. I think it was 21, but Drew says 20 and someone else said it was 20. Yeah, I'm telling you this, guys. I know. It's all about ego. If you're a young guy, you're in your 20s right now, you hear my stories, you hear other guys' stories, you want to be a big man, like, oh, you want to be a big shot. Oh, I bet $3,000 a game and I'm a high roller. You're just going to get yourself in trouble, kid. If you have the money, then God bless you. If you're some rich fucking kid, you got rich parents and you got money, then fucking go out and bet. But if you're some dude and you're thinking like, oh, I'm not a real gambler because I'm only betting 50 a game. I know guys that bet 50 a game to win more money than guys that bet 2,000 a game. I know a guy that used to bet 10,000 a game. The guy was a loser, fucking. He ended up fucking nearly getting killed from a bookie because he was crazy. Being smart, being cheap and disciplined is not being a loser. Fuck. Being reckless is being a loser. And I'm older now. I can admit that and see that. But I used to think, oh, fuck, what, I'm not betting 150 a game. Well, who cares about that? Fuck, I'm betting 2,500 a game. Well, I don't have 2,500 a game now to bet. I could do it, but I tell you what, and I will do it, but if I bet $2,500 on a game now, I tell you what, it'll be a game that I goddamn fucking like a lot. It ain't going to be, I'm betting $2,500 on the Calgary Stampeders tonight because I have credit. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Bonds Wolf has a life. He's not trying to gamble to make a living. He's trying to gamble to have some fun and watch the game. Exactly. I got to get out of here, but I'll tell you that too. Exactly. Whatever your comfort zone is, guys, whatever your comfort zone is, that's what you should bet. Okay. You know what my comfort zone is? 250, 300. As soon as I start getting into the nickels and shit, things will go worse. I've told this story a million times. It's like God, not Lord Gambler. It's like the great Lord himself has blessed me with this career and the life that I've had and has said, listen, if you want to bet on sports, go ahead. Go ahead, Gabriel, but no more than 200 a game. If I bet 200 a game, I'll win fucking thousands a week. I've done it all the time. I bet 200 a game. I'm like, wow, look at the end of the week. I'm up fucking $2,200 again. Fuck, I'm up 1,600. I won. I go in, I bet 500 a fucking game. Boom. By 3 days in, I'm down 1,500. It's like God has told me, fuck, this is your limit. That's what you can do. If you want to bet 200 a game, I'm going to let you do it and you're going to win. You want to start betting 500 a game and 1,000 a game and you want to get a bookie, I'll make you go 4-8, motherfucker, because you don't have that and you're going to crash. So I'm trying to teach you. So whether your comfort zone, whether you feel happy where you put the work in and you capped it, you're like, I'm happy I won $50 back. Like for me, it's $200. Like I bet 200 a game. Even if I had money now, I'm not really going bigger than that. Like when I was in Vegas, I wasn't loaded with money, but I had money in my pocket and, I bet 350 on one game. If I like something, I'll put a nickel, you know what I mean? But I'm not doing that $3,000 shit anymore. I'm like a loser, like I did at the Super Bowl with the Panthers, $13,000 cash at the window. Come on, man. What are you thinking? Fuck, really? It's fucking pathetic. T-Bone knows. T-Bone's been through all of this. Well, no, don't pat me on the back. I'm just being honest. I'm trying to, it's a gambling show. I'm trying to help you guys. Just try to help you guys. Yeah, like I said, I'm at the stage of my career. I don't need to pretend, oh, I'm cool and I do this and that. I'll be honest. I've won. Look, I finished in 8th place with T-Bone in the Super Contest. We won $55,000. I have good stories too. But I'm telling you, don't bet with fucking bookies. That's the moral. That's all I'm saying. Don't bet with bookies. But I got to wake up at 6 in the morning, so I got to go. FEMA, yeah. And get a real job. No. Hey, bet on sports. Make money betting on sports. I'll wrap it up with this. Listen, me and T-Bone talked about this. Oh, if you made $200 a day, you're making $72,000 a year. Is there anything wrong with that? Would you guys like to make fucking $35,000 a year gambling on sports even? Win $100 a day betting on sports. You win $36,000 a year. It's easy to win $100 a day. I can do that all the time. In fact, the only thing is I don't. You're not happy with it. I won fucking $300 on the Jets game the other night. I had to get greedy and try to middle it on the way out, because I'm a fucking degenerate. But if you're fucking, if you just stay within your realm, bet $100 a game, bet 50 a game, bet 20 a game, whatever your comfort zone is, whatever you feel comfortable with, and always bet the same amount on the units. Don't mix it up. That's another thing we'll get to. Don't mix it up. Don't put, like, let's say you bet 50 a game, 50 a game, 50 a game, but suddenly you put 200 on the game. You're going to lose that bet. Just keep it at 50. Fuck. You know what I mean? But, we got to get out of here. Kid to Group says it makes me feel better. He lost 70K in 2013. You're now divorced. Yeah, I hear you. Hey, T-Bone, how about that start, baby? 3.5 points out of a possible 5. We'll keep that rolling. I already like a couple of the games. How about tomorrow night? We'll continue. Money management is the toughest part for me as well. How about tomorrow night? We'll continue the shop talk, and we'll talk money management and other gambling problems, other mistakes that I have made. Look, I've been doing this for a long time, and I still make mistakes. So I'm just trying to share it with you. You can listen or you can not. Other than that, you're on your own. We'll see you with Carton and Friends in the morning. Support SBR. Fuck the bookies. Pick out a sports book that's right for you through SBR. Get that nice bonus code. Other than that, you're on your own. Later.